Your Excellency, Madam Kristalina, welcome to the Ministry of Finance. Your Excellencies, delegates, respected members of the media, and ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to the Managing Director of IMF, Ms. Kristalina Georgieva, and her delegation to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Your visit marks an important milestone in the relationship between the government of Ethiopia and International Monetary Fund. More importantly, it is our immense pleasure to host you and get an opportunity to share with you the important progress we are making in implementing the homegrown economic reform program with a strong backing and support of the IMF, the World Bank, and international development partners. In this regard, I want to highlight the key background factors underpinning this historic economic reform program. A primary driver of our homegrown economic reform is the current government's strong commitment, and particularly the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, to laying a solid foundation for the country's sustainable and broad-based development. This is being pursued through a private sector-led investment strategy and a market-driven growth. To that end, the government led a comprehensive, bold, and coherent macroeconomic sectoral reform programs unprecedented in the country's history. For the first time around 7 years, we pursued a market-determined exchange rate regime by freely floating our local currency. We are also transitioning towards interest rate-based monetary policy and sought a proper but sustainable fiscal policy. In addition, we have embarked on a comprehensive reform program to improve the stability and competitiveness of our financial system, efficiency of our public service delivery, accelerate the productivity of our key economic sectors, including agriculture, industry and services, leapfrogging in the application of digital technology to modernize our payment system, as well as financial services, as well as showed unique leadership in climate action by implementing major mitigation and adaptation initiative, which we call it Green Legacy Initiative. Our commitment to this reform has been strong and unwavering, rallying all government agencies from top leadership to technical and operational levels toward a common shared goal. As a result, early indicators show highly encouraging progress. Our exchange rate reform, complemented by monetary and fiscal policies, has significantly narrowed the gap between formal and the parallel markets, strengthened foreign exchange reserves, improved the balance of payment, curbed inflation, and boosted government revenue. Moreover, we have taken concrete steps to cushion the impact of this adjustment on our people by expanding and reinforcing social protection programs. However, we will continue to work on addressing the issue of reform mitigations. In conclusion, we firmly believe that our ongoing reform program will ultimately deliver significant benefits to our people and create opportunities for our youth through rapid economic growth and decent job creation. We remain committed to sound economic management to ensure steady progress of this reform until our goals are fully realized. I trust that IMF and the international community will continue to provide the necessary technical and financial support to help Ethiopia build a more prosperous future for its people. Ethiopia is ready to work both with international investors as well as local businesses to advance its diversified growth so that private sector-led growth will be the engine of development of Ethiopia. With big market and the largest economic size in the region, with the right macroeconomic reform programs we are implementing, we believe that Ethiopia is the best destination now to attract global investment. And as a government, we are very much committed. We will work with our partners. And I would like to really thank Madam Kristalina for a strong leadership, not only in terms of reform support, but also in terms of debt relief agenda. She has been a global voice for developing countries so that debt issue is addressed properly and in a sustainable manner. And thank you for your leadership. Your visit to Ethiopia is a commitment from IMF that you are with us on this bold and historic reform. And be assured that Ethiopia is very much committed to this reform under the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. Ethiopia is transforming its economy, it is transforming its macroeconomic management so that broad-based sustainable development is achieved and sustainable investment is attracted globally. Thank you very much.
I want to start by expressing my gratitude to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, to the whole economic team of the Ethiopian government for the warm welcome and for the constructive engagement during my short but very rich in impressions visit. I also want to use the chance that the members of the media are here to thank the people of Ethiopia. Everywhere I go, I see smiling faces, and the beauty of people and the country really touches my heart. Let me sum up the outcome of this visit in the following 3 short points. First, the IMF has shown trust in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is proving that it earns this trust. The largest concessional program we have ever financed, $3.5 billion, is to support the transformation of the Ethiopian economy, to move firmly in exchange rate regime that allows businesses to flourish, to eliminate obstacles to private sector investments so more jobs can be created and the country can see better standard of living. We have disbursed already about $1.5 billion. Please notice that has been done quite rapidly because of the strong achievements in the early months of the program. And we will carefully calibrate the rest of disbursements so they can be most impactful to accompany the policies you are putting in place. Second, when we look at the achievements so far, there is a lot for Ethiopia to be proud of. Last year's growth exceeded projections significantly. We were projecting 6.1%. The country ended with 8.1% GDP growth, and it is because of freeing space for private initiative and for higher productivity in agriculture, in industries, in services. Inflation is going down, and that is particularly important for the people in Ethiopia that find themselves struggling with high prices. And I want to say this: inflation has been a problem all over the world, but it is particularly taxing for poor countries and for poor people. And this is why we find it very important to stay the course in the reforms, to expand economic activity, fight inflation, bring the cost of living down. Very significant achievement is in the increase in exports that generates revenues for Ethiopia. And I do hope we would see even more in the days to come. Investments are increasing. We hope to see more. And I want to say this. My last visit to Ethiopia was in 2018. Yesterday, I spent quite a lot of time just going around Addis Ababa. The city has transformed so much for the better. It is so visibly now a place where businesses can thrive and people can enjoy the urban environment. And that transformation Minister Shide, is what we have to make sure continues. And that takes me to my third and last point. What next? What next is stay the course. Transforming an economy is not instant coffee. It takes time. It takes determination, and it takes the political will of the government as well as the support of people in Ethiopia. I am confident that this country will grow economically, and it would grow in terms of its significance for the neighborhood and for the whole continent of Africa. I just finished a visit in the Adwa Museum. You, Ethiopia, you made Africa proud once. And I'm so confident at the conclusion of my visit, you will make Africa proud again with the strength of your economy and the vibrancy that it will demonstrate. It is not an easy time domestically, it is not an easy time in the world, but with perseverance, I know the future is bright. The future is worthy of your proud history. I want to finish with one very simple message to everybody in Ethiopia, and it is this. I love your country. I work very hard for my finale, and it is Amesaginalu. Amesaginalu.
Well said, well said, well said. Thank you very much.